I'm Josh, and today we're going to be putting the front fork suspension kit on our Coleman CT200u mini bike. Now, one of my biggest complaints about the Coleman, one of my only complaints about it is they kind of built it on an old style mini bike frame and sold it as a trail bike. So aside from having the big oversized tires, this thing has no suspension on it, and you kind of feel every bump despite the big old tires. And I've seen where people have put aftermarket shocks on the front, aftermarket front suspensions, and even where they've ripped the front forks off an EX and put on there, ordered it straight from the site. But Coleman finally put this out. This is the front fork suspension kit, which we're going to be putting on today. And it should be some pretty easy stuff. It's mostly just on and off. Let's see what we got here. We got a bunch of different crap. New bolt-on handlebars. There's the front suspension itself. But we've got it up on our trusty milk crate, and we're just gonna unbolt the front and put the new one on. Shouldn't be too much. Yeah, we're gonna have to get all our stuff off there. It's gonna take a couple minutes, but I'm not gonna spare you a bunch. I'm gonna spare you a bunch of wrench turning and just kind of skip forward to where we got this thing on here and we can actually play with it. Okay, one thing that's worth mentioning, I've seen other people mention this too, save all your original hardware when you're taking this off. We've got it all tore down right now, but they do not give you, like they kind of just give you the bare bones amount of hardware. Save all your washers and bolts and everything for the fenders and the neck. You're gonna need them. Okay, so we got the front suspension on. Now all it's left to do is take it down off the milk crate, reattach the handlebars and everything, and we'll get those sitting right, and we'll take it for a spin. All right, so these new handlebars, first thing you're gonna notice when you put them on is they sit a little different from the factory forks and the factory handlebars. So my advice is sit on the bike, kind of get the bracket finger tight to where you feel like they're where they ought to be. And then you're gonna wanna get your trusty torque wrench and torque these suckers down to 15 foot-pounds. Because if there is one thing you do not want kicking loose on you, it's the thing you're holding on to steer it. Yeah, we're gonna torque that whole thing down to 15 foot-pounds and we'll be back. Okay, there it is with everything back on and reattached. We're gonna throw a helmet on and fire this sucker up and take it down the road and see how these front forks do for the ride. We're gonna take it down the street, and we're also gonna take it for a spin on off-road on old man Hickerson's cornfield. So we'll see how it does. Very nice. Okay, so what's the final verdict on this? Well, I'm always a cost versus benefit type of guy, and this is a pretty expensive upgrade. You're gonna have about 150 bucks in it, you know, once you calculate shipping and everything, getting it from the company. If you ride your bike mainly on the street, not a whole lot of difference. You can probably get away with the stock forks and not really notice. I mean, it does make the potholes and the bumps a little easier, but if you do a lot of trail riding, a lot of off-roading on your mini bike, my God, this thing is worth every penny. Yeah, taking that, I've taken it out through the cornfield on that same little trip before, and you know, it rattled me to death. That was, I felt like I was taking a four-wheeler through the field or a motor or a dirt bike or something. It actually a whole different animal. So yeah, pretty expensive, but if you do a lot of trail riding, a lot of off-roading, definitely worth it. If you mainly ride on streets, I'd say save your money. But all in all, pretty cool, and yeah, I'm a fan. We'll see you next time.